got a big mouth. Came out there. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world. You know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do. Your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for it. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? And I think heaven is just, when you sleep with a good conscience. You don't have nightmares. And hell is...
What's going on, everyone? I'm so happy you decided to join me on this journey called Podcast Life. We will be discussing topics like celebrity gossip, life lesson, politics, and etc. This is a judge-free zone. Think of me as that homegirl that is so down to earth that you feel like you've been knowing for years. Remember, over here at the Boomerang Effect, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it. And remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying. Got it? Period. Please like, comment, share, give feedback, anything to help this podcast grow, because it is a voice for the people. So, love, peace, and unity. Mwah. Hello, everyone. What's going on? It is your girl, Queen Quay, and this is the Boomerang Effect. Let's jump right on into it. Today, hot topic is, first off, let's give respect to DMX. He did pass away, and he had his funeral. His funeral was 5 hours long. I know what you're saying, 5 hours. Prayers to the people that were sitting in the audience, because that is a long funeral. And but I mean, what do you expect when it comes down to all like major icons or people that has an impact on people throughout the years through their music? That funeral tends to have a long time. Sometimes they tend to have more than one funeral. Basically, his funeral was 5 hours. I seen something about, I'm sorry, I seen somebody on Facebook post something, a breakdown of the funeral, and I thought it was so funny, but yet true. And it summed up the situation and what was going on. So let me just jump right into what they said. In case you missed DMX 5-hour funeral, here is some cliff notes. RR merch was plugged. Bulletproof vests were handed out to children. The world found out that even though X was engaged, he had a set of baby twins, bringing his number to 17 kids. Faith Evans was so high that she said a tribute and white gym socks and forgot the words. Someone uncle rambled for 25 minutes and was promoting his kids. Then the uncle's son got on stage and tried to rap and growled into the mic. A white girl on the piano sung a lovely song, but the cameraman kept putting the camera on Alicia Keys in the audience. Leandria Johnson took us to church. A preacher lady said she just came out the bathroom and she could smell the fried chicken. The same lady said the following: DMX didn't struggle with drugs. Drugs struggle with DMX. And she scared his children when she said DMX isn't in the casket. And the baby in the audience asked, where is he? And she said, what I meant was his soul isn't in the casket. She also ended her sermon by saying that she was hungry and could smell the food. And of course, no funeral is complete without a fight breaking out, and where a friend of X named Jungle was cut out of the program and he rushed to the stage to give a speech, only to get into a verbal fight with the preacher, who then used the benediction to throw shade. So that was definitely hilarious, but also yet so true. It was exactly what was going on in the mix of it was exactly what was going on in the mix of that 5-hour funeral. That summed it up. I did want to sit up here and speak on the Faith Evans incident. I wish I would have had the video clip so you guys can listen to it. Everybody was saying that they felt like baby Faith Evans was on some high as a kite, because I get high, high, high. Somebody said they know she said I got 5 on it. No, I'm just saying. But they said that it was so horrible. I did see a clip of it, and she was doing a song that I love by the Clark sister. And she was all over the place. To me, everybody was all over the place. The band was all over the place. Some people was feeling they was slighted. They was like, well, we all know that Faith Evans has a raspy voice, and that she doesn't sing like most people. Her voice is very smooth and unique. So of course it's not going to sound like the song because she's going to remix it herself. But baby, y'all know she looked like she was tired. I ain't gonna lie. She looked like they had already waited her out. You know how you got a big concert to do, and you might be hype at the beginning, but you got to stay backstage. Everybody got to stay backstage until it's your turn, right? So therefore, as the hours going by and the concert steady going, after a while you probably ate some, then took a little nap, then you know what I'm saying, probably hit your little blunt or something like that. So you really chilling. So by the time they put that camera on Faith Evans, she was looking like, okay, yeah, I forgot. I was gonna sing this song. Okay, let me go on and get up in here and get this out the way with. So I definitely will sit up here and say that I know that she was looking back on it the following day and was probably looking like, what in the world? So they blaming Stevie J. They say Stevie J got her strung out. It's no way that could have been Faith Evans on her good day. So yeah, if you see the video, I wish I would have had a clip. They really took the clip down. They kind of took that clip down because they was like, listen, we do not want this Faith Evans out here. So that was that. And then, of course, like they said, and say, an altercation almost broke out between the pastor and one of DMX friends. And it was mostly because we always have that one person that feels like that they was with this person in their last days. And to a certain extent, they feel entitled because they already upset because they see all this love and support that they getting, that the person is getting now. And they feel like, well, y'all wasn't with this person when they was going through stuff, and when they was when shit was hitting the fan. So it's kind of like they always want to let it be known, like, I was there and I ain't seen none of y'all, and if it wasn't for me. And you have to be careful when you go to funerals and you feel entitled. That's not the time nor the place. Let it rock, let it go. If the person was living on earth and they did not sit over here and confront these people or had so much to say to these people, let the person rest in peace. That's not your time to get up there and scold people about not calling him, not dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. A person is not going to tell you everything to every person that have tried to help out and reach out and stuff like that. So it was tacky, but what you expect? Everybody, it's always that one person that feel the need to let it be known that I was there and it would have never happened, or he would have never finished up the music or certain songs and stuff like that without me in his last days. And you better be mindful and careful. You definitely don't need to say stuff like that, because let's just keep it real. The music industry is a greedy world. So if they find out that you was over there recording him in his last days, that's theirs. So while you over there talking and trying to scold these people, you better be mindful and careful for something didn't end up pop off and you found yourself in a lot of lawsuits and stuff. So, anyways, that was the funeral. I did want to shed light on a situation with his first wife, and his ex-wife, that his first wife, but they definitely was not married again. He was actually engaged. And I want to share a clip that she did and the words that she spoke about. And yeah, let us hear the clip.
As I close, I am going to recognize Desiree, because from day one, real women do real things. I'm a real woman, and I'm a woman of God. That woman is a woman of God. She's in training, she's in the work, she ain't perfect, but she love that man. And that's why I love you. You see me? So when she comes up, and she comes up right now, she's new to this. She's stage fright, but you got like the woman that he taught you to be, representing. representing. Thank you guys, and I love y'all.
Okay, that was DMX ex-wife, his first wife, and she had those words. I'm pretty sure that since she was the last person that was legally, married to him, and she's been with him since the beginning. So everybody knows his first wife and adore her because they feel like her spirit is so humble, and she's been through the good, the bad, and the ugly with DMX. So if don't nobody know that lady, she knows him. So for her to get up and let it be known and basically show respect to his fiance, I think that was a beautiful thing to show. I feel like that co-parenting, even though their kids are not in the same age range, but it's always a matter of respect. That was a class act. Some people was like, well, that ain't a big deal, but I'm like, no, that is a big deal, because at the end of the day, this person has passed away, and even if this person was living on earth, it's always good to show respect to one another when you're dealing with co-parenting in a relationship. My first daughter, she has a stepmom I've been knowing for 9 years. I love and adore her. People think that we just be putting on the X sometimes. People like, tell me the truth. Do you really like her? And I'm like, yes, I don't like her. I love her. I'm a genuine person. So when I show her love or I sit up here and talk on the phone with her, I'm not doing it to be in her personal affairs with her and the father of my child. I'm doing this because I love you. I respect you. You are a woman. I'm a feminist. How can I sit up here and have a whole website talking about I am unity, and I stand on being never judging a book by its cover, but then I also have ill will and I spur hate and jealous and envy towards someone. So I love that. I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? I love when she got up there and said those type of words, because that's the type of person I am. Like, yes, I dealt with this person, but you dealt with this person too, and you went through your trials and tribulation, and he decided to, propose to you and make him his new wife. I'm going to respect you too. Because people will sit over here and try to pitch y'all against each other. And it takes a strong person to stand in their truth and still show love and respect. So big ups to that situation. That to me, that was the highlight. Okay, let's jump into some different topics. Megan Thee Stallion, she is going on a hiatus. A hiatus is where the artist is going MIA for we don't know how long. Everybody want to go on hiatus. We already know Nicki Minaj went on hiatus, Jay-Z, like different people have retired and went on hiatus. People are conflicted because they're trying to figure out, is it too soon for Megan Thee Stallion to be going in hiatus, like going MIA? And we don't know for how long. Some people, she did make a statement that she's preparing herself for hot girl summer, and she need these couple of months or whatever to take off to rejuvenate, because she's been on the go. She didn't win a Grammy, she's been doing concerts, she's been working ever since the pandemic. But then also people are feeling like that since the trial date with her and Tory Lanez is coming up, some stuff might be revealed that might get her a lot of backlash. Like, I don't know, something about her not telling the truth about the incident. So a lot of evidence might be brought into questions, and she don't want to be out there, especially when she knows she has come to the forefront and slandered this man on many occasions. So we'll have to wait and see. Some people are saying they feel like that Megan Thee Stallion might be dealing with alcohol. So therefore they think that somebody put her in rehab for alcohol. And people are like, well, nah, because she's still working, she's still doing videos, she's still doing stuff behind the scenes. But come on now, y'all seen the Wendy Williams special? She was still doing TV show, and she was going to the rehab station and coming back. So you never know what's going on behind closed doors. But do you think that's a good idea for her to go in a hiatus? Because we know how this industry and we know how these fans takes up. What's hot today, you could be on top right now, and then next thing you know, tomorrow something else is on top. You know what I'm saying? Something else, like the news moves very fast. Like a lot of times, even when I'm doing Hot Topic, what could have been hot on Monday, by the time Friday hit, it's old news. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's checking for it, nobody's looking for it. So do you think that was a good idea for her to go on a hiatus? Do you feel like when artists do that, what is the type of credibility or standards or what would make an artist go on hiatus that you feel that okay, that's pretty good, they can take a little break and still come back and they still be on top? Do you feel like they have to put in a couple of albums, do a couple of concerts, win a couple of awards, and then go on hiatus? Or do you feel like they should never do that because that can be detrimental to their success in their career? Let me let your thoughts on that. The Megan Thee Stallion. Do you think that was a good idea for her to take a break, or do you feel like that she should never take a break? This is what you signed up for. This is your job. You snooze, you lose, as they say. Okay, so speaking of that, Sweetie, the rapper Sweetie she had basically came out and let it be known that she is going to artist development. And anybody that knows artist development, see, that's the stuff that they used to do back in the day in the 90s. That's the stuff that brings out that longevity when it comes down to their music. See, this is the stuff that they had back in the day when these artists used to have to go to boot camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to know how to dance, had your dance step together, had your look together, you was in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't just fit to get out there and just be two-stepping and singing and running out of breath. They had these artists trained. That's the reason why a lot of these groups and these solo artists can still tour to this day, because the music and what they produce and what they put out there, the fans still love and they respect now. Because a lot of artists these days, they're so busy, they're like internet sensations. So it's like when they perform in front of a live audience, their stamina, like, their breathing is not in control. They can't even get through a whole song. Half of the time, they're not even singing, they rapping. And they're like, they can't do it because it's like they burnt out within the first minute of their performance. So of course, Sweetie was already getting a lot of backlash because she did a performance, and somebody was like, she was looking like, one of them kids in the backyard, and you done hype your kid up like, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, hey, 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 hit him with the spin, cry baby, hey, hey, that's my baby. So at the end of the day, it was not a good look. Everybody went in on Sweetie. They was just like, it was ridiculous. They felt like that all the reason why she is a success and she gets away with these terrible performances is because that she's a pretty light-skinned woman. So what is your thoughts on that? Because she came out and she let it be known that she signed up to go through artist development so she can work on her music and her stage presence and stuff like that. And I love that because it's kind of like, it's better when an artist take criticism and work on it versus getting defensive and then want to throw numbers. Well, y'all saying that, but still, y'all still, my song's still number one. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, your fans is going to get burnt out. Because who wants to come to a concert that they didn't spend over $100 and something for you to be looking like that you just came back from outside and you was like, let me put on this concert? No, this is your job. This is a show. Take pride in your craft if you are looking for longevity. So shout out to Sweetie for going through the boot camp. Do you feel like that more artists should invest in boot camp? What is your thought on that? Do you feel like they should basically go through artist development before they are put out there in the spotlight? Or do you feel like, hey, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Go with what you know. What is your thoughts on that? Okay, so the next topic is Tyrese. Oh my God, y'all. Tyrese was on the internet shaving his girlfriend vagina. I'm talking about busted wide open. Her legs is open. Now, it did not show her private part, but it definitely showed her like him between her legs, prepping her to be shaved. And I want you guys' opinion on that. What is too much when it come down to the internet, when it come down to the relationship? Now, is it inappropriate for him to be shaving his woman? No. I mean, whatever you and your mate decide to do behind closed doors, that's you. I remember some dude, he told me, he was like, yeah, I don't mind shaving or grooming the woman that I'm with. And I don't mind doing it. Me personally, I never had a man get in there and shave me or trim me up and taper fade me. But yeah, that's interesting. But I feel like that's something should be done behind closed doors. And Tyrese is just looking for attention. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he does anything for attention. I really do think he has some type of issues. This man has really been going through, and it's a cry out for help. And I think people that is around him need to look into it, because a lie, he doesn't, in his eyes, he does not look happy. Because why in the heck would you get on there and you spread this lady legs wide open and you just start talking about whatever, you going live and talking about whatever, but you're shaving her in between her legs? It was, to me, inappropriate. Like, a lot of people was giving him a lot of flack for that, because they was like, what are you doing? You know, like, what is too much? Or do you feel like that's a big deal? Like, okay, hey, it's okay for your husband to shave you. If y'all want to do that in public or whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, keep Tyrese in your prayers, because he is doing the ultimate fool. Okay, and let's get on to the subject with Lizzo shaking her behind, shaking it like a salt shaker. Now, let's get into this. This will be the last topic for today. Do you think that Lizzo is taking it to the extreme? Now, if you follow Lizzo or you have seen her in the blog, a lot of times she's either half naked, naked altogether, or she's twerking. She's basically living my best life. Hey, ain't going back and forth with you. So, she's doing it, and it's not a big deal, but a lot of people are giving her a lot of flack because they feel like that she's overweight. She should not be wearing and doing the stuff that she's doing, because they feel like it's not flattering. Not because some people feel like, not because she's big, but it's like it's to the extreme. But let's open up the conversation. Do you feel like it's fair that Lizzo get a lot of flack for twerking and shaking her butt and and being half naked on the internet because she's overweight, versus somebody like Megan Thee Stallion or someone like anybody else with like a body? You see what I'm saying? They get to twerking and being half naked in they swimsuits or whatever, and they don't get a lot of flack. It's called, oh yeah, they hot. They got it going on. So why is it that Lizzo get a lot of flack? Now, this latest video that I did see, she had a couple of men surrounding her, and she was twerking, and then they was pouring soda, liquor, and different type of stuff on her butt. Now, my queen, at the end of the day, I do think that that was extremely inappropriate. I understand you're trying to let people know you don't care and you can be a sex symbol and you can live your life, but please be mindful of the respect. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never felt the need that a man pouring any type of thing on me is love and affection, or it's some type of hot thing. That was very disgusting and degrading in my point of view. So do you feel like that Lizzo get a lot of flack because she a big girl doing this, or do you feel like that at the end of the day it's just inappropriate? It's not appropriate. Like, what are your thoughts on it? I really do want to get into that subject, because if it was someone with a better body in people's eyes, or someone that went through all this surgery to become looking like an Instagram thought at times, do you feel like it's better when they get on there and they start twerking? Because I don't never see the girls that are half naked that have a certain type of body frame get scolded the way Lizzo gets scolded. I feel like Lizzo is very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like a very beautiful woman. She is a talented woman. Do I feel like she's doing this for attention to kind of like throw it in people's face? No. I feel like that she's living in her truth and she's loving herself. So is that a problem? Like, do you feel like that she get a lot of flack because she just big with it? Or do you feel like at the end of the day, she is being disrespectful and is not flattering because of your brand and what you're trying to represent? So give me your thoughts on that. Please like, share, comment, leave a message. Let me know what you guys think about any subject that I had talked about. I really appreciate you. Love you guys a lot. Mwah.